Tampa Bay time Sunday, October 22, 2017, 7:21 p.m. JEJU, South Korea. Justin Thomas beat Marc Leishman on the second playoff hole Sunday to win the inaugural CJ Cup in South Korea and cap his breakout year. Related news archive: Thomas sealed his fifth PGA Tour title in 2017, and first of the 201,718 season, when he birdied the second extra hole and Leishman made bogey after finding the water. The pair went to a sudden death playoff after completing the U.S. Tour's first regular season event in South Korea tied at 9 under 279. Thomas, who shared the overnight lead with Scott Brown, fell behind when he had double bogey on the 550-yard par 5 number 3 hole. "I just kept telling myself it was a bad golf swing," Thomas said. "It wasn't a mental error or wasn't a wrong judgment that we made, but just a bad golf swing at a pretty bad time, but I knew you were going make bogeys out here Sunday." Thomas regained the lead and looked set for the win in regulation until he bogeyed number 17, a 195-yard par 3 hole. But he made amends with birdie at the last to finish the round at par 72 and join Leishman in the playoff. "I really played some great golf after the third hole, but it's just such a long day with these conditions," Thomas said. Thomas said he is looking forward to some time off after his breakout season. "I'm so excited to not do anything," he said. "I officially have nothing left in the tank at this moment." Leishman, who ended a 5-year drought on tour when he won the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill in March, then added the BMW Championship in September, looked to have slipped out of contention when he bogeyed Nos. 5, 7 and 8 to tumble down the leaderboard. But he birdied Nos. 9, 12 and 14 to join Thomas at 9 under. He finished bogey birdie to get in the playoff with 70. LPGA Yoon-hee fired 7 under 65 to win the Taiwan Championship in Taipei for her first tour title since the 2009 U.S. Women's Open. Ji, who had a 6-stroke lead heading into the round, had 7 birdies to finish 17 under 271, 6 strokes ahead of Lydia Ko, who also closed with 65. Champions Bernhard Langer made a 15-foot eagle putt on the par 5 18th hole to overcome a mediocre round and win the Dominion Energy Charity Classic in Richmond, Virginia, the first event in the Charles Schwab Cup playoffs. Langer, the overnight leader, followed his second round 63 with 2 under 70 to finish at 16 under 200 and beat Scott Verplank by 1 shot. Verplank shot bogey-free 66. PGA Europe Tournament host Sergio Garcia won the Valderrama Masters in Soto Grande, Spain, after shooting 4 under 67 in the final round. Garcia, who went into the day with a 9-stroke lead, made 5 birdies and 1 bogey to finish at 12 under 272, 1 stroke ahead of Joost Luiten 66. Justin Thomas beats Marc Leishman in playoff to win inaugural CJ Cup 102,217 last modified Sunday, October 22, 2017, 7:19 p.m. Photo reprints article reprints copyright 2017 Tampa Bay Times. Are the Purple People Eaters back in Minnesota? The Vikings sacked Joe Flacco 5 times and held the Ravens to 208 total yards in a 2,416 home victory, their third straight win. QB Case Keenum looked ordinary with a 67.7 passer rating after completing 20 of 31 for 188 yards and an interception. Kai Forbath, Orchard Park, NY, at HASNT. Taken Sean McDermott long to understand how to play to his base. Asked if the Bills had gotten away with one Sunday, the first-year coach gushed about his team reflecting the character of the town. USF remained ahead of UCF in the Associated Press Top 25 poll released Sunday, just barely. Houston, it felt like the beginning on Saturday night at Minute Maid Park, the arrival of a new force on the World Series stage. The Astros are back, for the first time in a dozen years, and they want to stay a while. Orchard Park, NY, they can't tackle. They can't cover. They can't pressure the quarterback, let alone sack him.